So hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, I tell you what, man, this old Fury has been a really fun project so far and very cheap. We've been DIYing this thing to death. But as soon as I jumped in here and started messing around with brakes, suspension, steering components, all that stuff, man, the budget, oh, I'll tell you what, it took a beating. We've been ordering a lot of parts for this thing. We've got brand new brake pads. We've got brand new ball joints. We've got bushings, a whole bunch of bushings for this thing. We're waiting on these guys here. That's the lower ball joints. And we're going to get those coming in next. And after that, I think maybe some shocks, wheel bearings, and the tie rod ends we still need to get coming in. Thought I'd show you guys a little behind the scenes, some of the shuffling the cars, the projects around. We're always moving something out, moving something else back in, and that's exactly what we're doing on this one. This one's jump time, it appears, and it's not getting compression or anything, so we got to get this in here, pull the whole front of the motor off, and dig that old timing chain and everything out of there and replace it. So we'll get this one in the shop, get started on it, but before we do that, I want to check in on the old GMC, see if he's making any progress on it. He's over there throwing all kinds of parts at this thing. So what'd you get figured out over here? What is that? An idle air
control valve?
Idle air control valve he's trying to replace right now. And EGR valve. Right? Yeah. EGR. Did you get the EGR in yet?
No.
Okay. So you're going to do that next.
Yeah.
And he swapped the mass airflow sensor out of another truck I've got sitting around, one that we know is good, and so we could rule that out automatically, and then these other parts he's just replacing. So cross your fingers, man. We're about to find out if this is going to fix the problem or not. I'll tell you something else that you could do is you could take this off here, the throttle body, flip it upside down and clean the butterfly valve off. They get corroded with a lot of black soot and all that carbon buildup.
It took me so long to find this guy.
What is it, the 10 millimeter?
Yeah, the only way you find it is with the little blue line.
All right. Yeah, that's the hardest one. You know how elusive the 10 millimeter.
And
that's
we made it obvious too with the blue line.
So you're going to do the EGR now, and then what are you thinking? Maybe go ahead and pop the throttle body off and clean it, or you just want to try it?
No, I'm going to pop it off and clean it.
You're going to go ahead and do it? Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's my suggestion.
Might as well.
Well, there goes the old one. Let's show them that new one there. Yeah, see, that's more like it. That nice and clean, brand new parts. Shoot, yeah, man, put that on there. That's definitely got to be a step in the right direction. Even if that's not the issue, I still think you're doing good by replacing all of this stuff. So he's gone through here and cleaned up a lot of this area. Like I said, we robbed all of this off of another truck I've got sitting around, and that's a major improvement by itself. What he needs is the whole factory air box. I do think he's going to get that. We got to make another trip to the salvage yard. We haven't been out there in a little while, so we will definitely be spending the day out there trying to get as many parts for this old truck as we can, starting with that air box for sure. Hell, when we got it, it didn't even have this thing plugged in. Yeah, this plug right here is just floating around, so at least now we got somewhere to plug it. I think that combined with these new parts, I think we're moving in the right direction, man. I got faith. You already put spark plug wires on it. That's nice. Spark plugs too, huh?
Yeah.
So that's cool. So yeah, he's doing it right, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this stuff is damn sure a lot more expensive than I remember it, though. How much was that EGR valve?
I think it was like 76 bucks.
76 bucks?
Yeah.
What was that other part, the idle air valve? What was that? How much?
70.
$70 for that one, too? That's crazy, y'all. This is getting out of hand. I wonder why the EGR costs the same amount as that little tiny little valve. I mean, look, this thing is like 3 times the size of that little tiny valve, and they're the same price. That's weird. At least it's all easy to put in. Everything's easy to get to. Yeah. What's that? A couple of bolts? Hold that on?
2 10s.
2 10 millimeter bolts is all, and that other little valve was just a couple little screws. Yeah, in case we didn't show you good enough, that little valve just goes right inside the throttle body there. A couple screws hold it on, plug it in, and away you go. I just can't believe it cost $75. I'll tell you this much, that thing is idling nice and smooth now, unlike before. You know, just a little bit more work with the air intake tube and all of that.
Yeah.
I think you'll have it, man, because look how smooth she's idling. It's not running all rough like it was before. So it's better. You're definitely getting there. You're on the right path. So hey, looky there, we did manage to get this one in here. She's got all kinds of parts going on over here, and look at that. That ought to be interesting. You'll have to watch her channel. She is putting together a video for you guys, and she was experiencing some technical difficulties, so she's behind on it. But it'll be a video putting all of this stuff in here. So we was working on this pretty late last night, and it got past her bedtime. She had to go home, but she's going to come back here in just a little while and pick up where she left off. But for now, I thought maybe I'd help her out with something we were having trouble with last night. I was trying my damnedest last night to get that pulley off, that bottom pulley, and normally you could just use a couple pry bars and it'll come right off, and she's being stubborn. So we're going to break out this puller, but before I could do that, I got to pull the radiator out of the way. So I figured getting this out of the way, that'll get some room, you know, to get that puller down in there. But yeah, man, if you actually want to see the process on this, go check out her channel. She's doing, with the exception of this, she's doing all the work over there. Yeah, see, having that radiator out of the way, now we can get in here with our puller. Hopefully I can get this to work. It just needs a little bit of help. I think it's already slipping off there, so that's cool. All right, that's actually working out just fine. I didn't know if the smaller puller was going to get the job done or not. Don't want to go too far. We're running out of room there, but yeah, I wasn't sure if the smaller puller was going to get the job done or not. But it seems to have done just fine, so cool. We'll go and get that off of there, and I think we can get the rest of it by hand. Yeah, I feel it wiggling now. It should come off of there. There it goes. All right, perfect. So hey, that wasn't too bad. You know what I'm noticing? The parts on this thing are extremely nasty. I thought this would be a good time to drag out our new parts clean. Well, new to me parts cleaner, and fill it up with some new solvent. Get that thing going, because she's gonna need it to clean these parts up for sure. We can't have her going and putting this fancy paint over some dirty car parts, right? Let's get in here and clean some of this out and put some brand new solvent in it. Crack open the old drain valve there and get rid of some of this old nastiness in there. It's past due for being replaced, I'll tell you that much. It won't even run out of the hole. Persuade it with the screwdriver. There it goes. There we go. Let's get a light in here so you guys can see just how bad it is. Oh my god. Yeah, let's get this all cleaned up. This thing's so nasty I had to switch over from my little putty knife to my big one. Ugh. Well, it came with a free brush. Probably clean that up and reuse it. Man, that scraper's working out pretty well though. Dump some of this out into our drain pan. Oh, it's pretty bad. Look at that. I got it all in my hand. Let's take the lid off the pump, check it out. Got a little filter screen right here. You click that off and you can replace this And some things that people do is they'll put like a green Scotch-Brite pad, zip tie it onto the outside, give you a little added protection, keep the chunks from going into the pump. I think I'll actually try that. It looked like a pretty good little upgrade. I'm gonna pull the front cover off of this pump here. This will expose the pump where we can actually see it. There it is. This guy right here. You can see it's got a little bit of gunk on it there. I don't know if we could open this up and make sure it's not clogged or anything. Let's get the cover off of the switch. I don't know if you noticed, but there's no switch. It's actually been broken off. So I'm probably just going to wire around it just to get it working. Just a couple screws hold that on. There we go. I'm thinking if I just wire across this, we should be up and going. Alright, so I couldn't get it to work at first. It was hung up, so now I'm just running a little solvent through it, just kind of clean it up. And I've just got it wired direct, like I said. That way, we're just bypassing that old switch that was broke off of there. And whenever we're not using it, we'll just unplug it. Just like this. Look at that. Good as new. Oh yeah, this thing's cleaning up good, man. I just got me a little Scotch-Brite, a little bit of solvent, kind of scrubbing around on all the sides and everything, and we're just about done here. I can't wait to fire this thing up and use it, man. It's gonna be nice. Got a couple screws holding this pump on. I think I'm gonna see if I can get it off of here and clean out this entire area here, because it's got a lot of buildup inside of there all around that pump. I just want to get it all perfectly clean, you know. It's got a little bracket kind of holds this pump on, and then this is just gonna slip right out of there. Look at that, pretty easy, huh? Now we can get it out of here and really clean it up. Now that we've got that all cleaned up, we can run the wires back through the bracket. That goes down there like that, slips right over the pump. Something like that, and then that goes back in here. Easy enough, right? Where'd my clamp go? Here it is. Don't forget that. You want to slip that on first. Slip this back like that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get my screws started back on my bracket. And you guys, if y'all ever have one of these and it gets dirty and it stops working, pretty dang easy to fix. You should try it. Don't just go and replace it. We'll slip our pump screen back on, like that. Here's the last cover for the pump. We'll slip that on, get its screw started. And we'll install this back into the actual wash tank. And then I can wire it up permanently. Alright, then slip it right in there like that. Pretty simple. Got me a little Teflon tape on there. Maybe that'll help us keep from leaking once we get all our new solvent in there, right? We don't want it leaking out. So we're going to try some of these, see how they do. Not sure if these are going to hold up or not, but we'll find out. First one's going in. Probably should check it for leaks before we pour too much more in there. We're good though, check it out. No drips. So we got the green light, let's pour it all in. Here's the final one. Let's fire it up, see what happens. Well, there you have it. She's working. Awesome. I had to pull this back apart and pull the cover off of that pump and spin the gear by hand, and then it finally freed up, and it's been working ever since. So pretty dang cool, man. I got a parts washer. I've never had one before. Went ahead and stuck my tray in there. Got this guy. It's going to go right there, and then a little basket in case we're messing with nuts and bolts or what have you. I went ahead and stuck the filter back in it. I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of the Scotch-Brite on there, kind of help filter with the big chunks. I might have mentioned that before, and I think I'm going to need at least 1, maybe 2 more gallons of cleaner. I don't know if you could tell, but I've got it kind of jacked up on one side. 3 gallons just wasn't enough, man. I think we need at least 5. So we'll be sure to get back down to the store and get us a couple more gallons of that cleaner. But hey, man, we're off to a good start. We've got a functioning machine now. We're definitely going to need it too, because the parts coming off of this engine are filthy. I'm going to show you guys this timing chain set. Look how floppy that is. Think we got our money's worth out of that one. What do y'all think? So hey, there we go, man. I did manage to get it all set up. We got us a little light. Cool. I went ahead and moved it from over there to over here. I think it'll do better over here. And I got my first part. Look at that. That's the first thing we're going to clean. Is that right there? That is the alternator bracket for Darlene over there. So I thought it'd be cool to give this thing a test, see how it works out. Now remember, we are a little low on fluid, so I kind of got it tilted up a little bit. That way it gets into the pump there. But that's not going to stop us being low on fluid, man. We're going to try this thing out now. I got this bracket here, and I'm just going to scrub this dude down. Oh yeah, that cut that right off, man. Alright, this solvent's not so bad. I wasn't sure how well it was going to work, and it seems to be working fine. Seems to be working really fine. That's nice. Alright. I'll tell you what, I'm coming up in the world over here. This is awesome. I've never had one of these, so really cool, man. Normally I just have like a bucket of like diesel, you know, or some kerosene or whatever, and I just go at the parts, you know, with just a little bucket and whatever I got laying around, man. So to have this is pretty cool. In case you guys missed it on a previous episode, this was a gift from a local guy, and he didn't need it anymore, so he let it go, and he was hoping that I could do something with it, and well, we did. We definitely did something with it, man. We got it all cleaned up, working again. And you know what? I can't wait to add a little more solvent to this and see just how much use we can get out of it, man. That's working out nice. Look at that. This thing is nice and clean. Just about ready to paint. So really cool, man. Some of you guys might be laughing right now like, what's the big deal, man? There's no parts washer. But dude, when you've never had one, this is a big deal, I think. So we got our part all nice and cleaned up, ready for paint. Want to hit it with just a little bit of high temp primer, because why not? Kind of help it out a little bit. So let that dry, and then I can add the color. So unfortunately, I have a bit of bad news. Good and bad news. Good news is Kayla's back in town. She's been away for a while, and we got the chance to hang out for a little while, chase down some parts. That was fun, and we got to tear into this truck too, so that was fun as well. But unfortunately, she fell ill, you guys, and I don't mean like, hey, could somebody, you know, pick me up some cough medicine ill. I'm talking like ill, like rush me to the hospital ill. And well, she's okay. Don't freak out or anything. But unfortunately, she's got something kind of serious going on. She's got a kidney stone of all things. So let's all wish her a speedy recovery. I feel bad for the poor kid. She finally gets in town. All she wanted to do was make some videos for you guys on the truck and all of that. And I'll be damned if she didn't get ill, man. But hey, that's life. That's how it goes. And anyway, we are working really hard to try to get you guys a video on this, because we did film her tearing all of this down, but unfortunately she's having a little bit of technical difficulties with her new GoPro, and well, she's trying her hardest to salvage all the footage and get you guys something put together over there. So don't worry, you guys, she's trying. But anyway, so yeah, a little bittersweet. I'm glad she's back home, but dang it, she had to go off and get sick. Well, that's how it goes sometimes. But anyway, I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek of her color choices here. Now, we're doing this mini truck style, so don't be surprised if the colors don't get a little wild here and there. Hell, that's the whole fun of mini trucking if you ask me. This is the perfect example right here. She painted those herself. Look at that. Nice artwork. I love it. I think it's cool, man. And that definitely is mini trucking right there. So yeah, check that out. Just a sneak peek. She's going to do her valve cover and a bunch of other stuff. So it all look cool, I think. That combined with a lot of cleaning, and look, man, that old ceramic coated header, that's awesome. I think that purple paint will look good up against that, if you ask me. So when she gets to feeling a little better, she's going to come back down here and she's going to pull the oil pan off of this and clean it out, because those plastic chain guides, the reason that chain is flopping around so bad, those guides are broken into little pieces and they're all down in that pan, I'll guarantee it. Because they dang sure ain't on here no more. That wouldn't be flopping like that. We got metal to metal contact right there. Look at that. Stick your whole hand in there practically. You guys be sure to tune in next time. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to pull the Fury back in here or if we're going to work on something else. You'll just have to wait and see on that. I just wanted to put together a little video for you guys just to show y'all what we're doing around here. I like to keep you guys caught up on what's going on. I get a lot of questions like, hey, Weird Beard, where you at? What are you doing right now? Well, here you go. This is just kind of a little behind the scenes thing. Never a dull moment. Always something going on. Always something needing to be fixed. But for right now, I'm going to get on out of here. I'll see y'all next time.